going to be Ross Clark with this corner kick. If he can just get the ball on the spot, I think the wind already is affecting that. Josh Robinson, Daniel Lorimer, Jordan Owens all in the box. Ball in by Ross Clark, and Jordan Forsythe does well to get there in front of Maguire, but he just can't keep the header down. But Lockhart, Josh Robinson goes long again, but ball clipped in. Daniel Lorimer just has to be careful to try and deal with that, and it is going to be, it's headed off there from Daniel Lorimer. A bit of a, I'm not sure if it was a miscommunication between Daniel Lorimer and Johnny Tuffy, because another corner here, it's low this time from Donnelly, and the ball still pinning in and around there as Newry City claim for a penalty. The bench is going pretty mad there, expecting the whistle to be blown for a handball, but it's now Crusaders who can break, and O'Rourke finds Dean Ebbe again, who's seeing a lot of the ball. He just got to make sure he can do things quicker and execute the pass as Robbie Weir now just crosses the half. Still Weir goes right to find Ross Clark, who's the danger man for Crusaders. He's up against Healy, great delivery into the box, and Jordan Owens, I think he's just took it off the head of Dean Ebbe, but it's out now to O'Rourke. Another ball pinned in towards Jordan Owens, gets there, and so does Dean Ebbe to put Crusaders in front. And just as we thought that the opportunity had gone, Jordan Owens and Dean Ebbe, in fairness, he gets back on his feet. O'Rourke picks out Jordan Owens. He can't put his header on target, but what he can do is put it back into the mix. Clark this time. Great ball in to the first man. It's Daniel Lorimer who just took that one down in the chest and turned on it in the volley. Now come out and go short to O'Rourke. He could probably have a go from here if he does, but just got too much underneath that. Probably. Well done, Jordan Owens, just to take that down the chest. Forsythe tries to find Dean Ebbe. And again, just that defensive there from the goalkeeper in the back four. Just needs a wee bit more chatting as Ebbe goes from range and just on the turn. Why not, Nathan?
Yeah, and again he finds himself inside, even though his starting position today is wide left. Very, very intelligent player. He picks up good positions.
He's going to send them Crusaders' way as Maguire just gets underneath that, and if Dean Ebbe can get there, but McGivern does well, but he flicked it into the path of Dean Ebbe in this left-hand side, and it's going to go out for, it's a goal kick. I think it's probably the right decision, to be fair. I'm not sure if he is injured today or what the story is. Clark finds the run of Jordan Owens, and Dean Ebbe is there, and I'm not sure if it is going to be. It's going to be a corner kick, but O'Rourke this time with the corner. Great delivery in as Dean Ebbe gets something on it, but out now to Philip Lowry, and just as the ball's pinballing in around that area, Maguire keen to set James Teelan on his bike. Riding her luck a bit, because over the last few minutes Newry City have turned up the heat. Ebbe goes all the way across if Forsythe can get there, but those three front men are causing all sorts of problems for Crusaders. Jordan Owens at the back post is going to get there, directs his header, and what a goal from Jordan Owens, and what a delivery from Jordan Forsythe.
Yeah, brilliant goal, fantastic delivery by Jordan Forsythe, and Jordan Owens, what a well placed header that is.
Nathan, we're right behind Jordan Owens. We can see the whole pitch is open for us and what he's going to do. It's sort of a retro Jordan Owens goal where it's not a jump way up in the air and have to direct the header. You can see what he's doing. He just gets down nearly on one knee and just pushes it with his head into the bottom corner. What both teams have had to do is, as I think it's Carville just so takes the ball off Hegarty inside, but and he's gonna, he's give a penalty in the end. I'm not sure what the referee was going to decide there, but Carville done really well up against Chris Hegarty.
Yeah, he's robbed Chris, and be interesting to see it. Again. And
Declan Carville comes up against Jonathan Tuffy. Carville, and just sends Tuffy the wrong way, and it's 2-1 now to Crusaders, and it's game on again. Jordan Owens, one more finds Jordan Forsythe. Forsythe goes from range and is going to get there, and what a goal from Jordan Forsythe!
What an effort by Jordan Forsythe. Has to go down as a potential goal of the season.
If there's ever a way to take the pressure off your team, Nathan, it's just cross the halfway line with the ball, see the goalkeeper off his line, and just shoot.
Oh, what an effort by Jordan Forsythe.
You've talked about good feet by O'Rourke. He goes down, but referee allows play on. Good work by Gary Thompson, who still has this ball down the left hand side into the feet of Philip Lowry. He drops it off to Ebbe, who's going to go from range, and I think just trying to use the wind and the pace of the ball there to finesse this time as Philip Lowry's running beyond him. He hasn't scored yet today, and we know what he's like. He'll be busting for a goal if he can do it. Takes it down his chest, gets a shot away, and inches wide of putting Crusaders 4-1 up. Philip Lowry just loves to score goals of late, and no doubt he'll look back at that as an opportunity. Jordan, the objective today, no doubt, was to try and put right Tuesday night, but 3 goals, and 3 points, ultimately the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody in the change room was disappointed Tuesday night. It's not really great praise for us, more view, but we went down there confident and just didn't get the result. But the boys bounced back today, and it was a great result. As you say, 3 goals. Disappointed to concede 1, but at the end of the day, their conditions and everything that played into it, it was a good win.
How difficult was today? I was saying the first half it was probably very good performance given the wind and the conditions and to get the goal in particular. But how difficult was it? And then obviously the second half, Newry are throwing everything at it to try and chase the game.
Yeah, I actually found maybe the second half a bit difficult. More there having the win, but was having the win against the win in the second half. In the first half, you really get it up and hold it up a wee bit, maybe find a bit of play, but it was just carrying away there, in the second half. But both teams had it each half, and it was just we came out the other side of it with the good goals. And
obviously when they get the penalty and it goes 2-1, you're looking at the clock and thinking, and they're in the ascendancy essentially. So out comes the ball, Jordan Owens lays it off to you, and you can see, and I think the first touch probably made your mind up, but you can see the keeper off the line. What was going through your head?
To be fair, I would look at that maybe every week, just to try it. I've always had a try at it, but luckily I've been in this week, and as I say, that gave us a wee cushion. I think a few boys went over and went, thank goodness, because they were coming back into the game at the time, so goals sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't.
Where does it rank on the goals scored for you? Like, it's going to be up there?
It'll be up there, as soon as I come in, BJ says it was a good goal, but wasn't as good as mine. So I will take it,
And just getting into the next few weeks in particular, with Larne, Linfield, some really tough games coming up. How exciting is that still to be in the mix and still to just take one game at a time, essentially?
Yeah, well, as boys said today, it was important to get the 3 points out today because, see the big games, they look after themselves. You're well up for it. It's the games that are today that you're maybe smaller crowd, and you have to get them games sort of looking after. But with Larne next week, and then Blues, and then the Glens, I think, is it?
Yeah.
So 3 big games, but look, the squad's ready. We'll hopefully get a few numbers back. Few injuries, few suspensions, and we're good to go.
Perfect. Thank you very much indeed, Jordan. Thank you. Stephen, really tough day, tough conditions, but 3 points ultimately, and you must be a happy man.
Look, we're thrilled. 3 points is 3 points, no matter what way they come. And today's conditions were just horrendous. It was actually easier to play into the very strong gale, given that when the ball was being knocked down the pitch, it was running through to the goalkeeper at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So. Actually playing with the wind, we controlled the game first half, and 1 goal was good. We probably liked another, but I thought we controlled it first half, and thinking you would probably be in there half more. Second half didn't turn out that way, and they got a hold of the ball a little bit, pass it better. They came at us a little bit more, and they had a couple of tricky young players, and good with the ball, their feet running at you, and we had to dig deep a little bit. We gifted them a goal today, which was annoying. Christopher had all the time in the world to knock it long, cuts back inside, and then falls over, penalty kick. Stupid, really, in the round, but it is what it is. But then we get 2 wonder goals, and us hitting them in the counter attack, and Jordan Owens, he just put the ball in the right spot for him. He'll bury it, and he does. And then the joyous goal from Forsythe was just marvellous to watch, and he again a great footballer. So some big positives. 1 or 2 people today probably haven't stepped up to the mark that we would like from them, but that's football. You're not going to get it every single week from every single player, and then next week it could be a different player. But 3 points are 3 points, and we'll be really, really pleased with them on a very difficult day. The conditions were horrendous, so it was never going to be a beautiful spectacle of football, but it's 3 points, and that's all we care about.
Given the disappointment, I guess, of Tuesday night, Stephen, and knowing the forecast of today's conditions and how difficult it was going to be, but there was times there when Newry came out, you said, young, pace, quick players, and they had nothing to lose, I guess, in the end. But defensively, the team were throwing their bodies at everything, and I guess that's all you can ask.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought there was some really outstanding performance. I thought Robbie Weir went in there and anchored very well in the midfield when they were coming at us a little bit, and put himself in and around it. Dean Ebbe today was probably for me the man of the match. I thought he was class today. He worked really, really hard. That's what I needed to see from him in the first half of the season. It's taken a time to settle. Sometimes that happens, so let's hope that we see lots more from him. But he all of a sudden stepped up, and maybe the hat trick against Derby has helped him. So some really good performances out there, which is good from us. We had to defend for a wee spell for 10 or 15 minutes, and we did it well. And you're never going to get 90 minutes all your own way. And sometimes we think we're going to be on the front foot all of the time. It doesn't happen that way. But there'll be tougher nuts to crack in the weeks ahead. I think we've got is it Larne, Linfield and Glentoran all in a week. So it's going to be a big ask. And with Josh has now pulled the calf muscle today, disappointing. So these are big tests for us, and we'll see where it takes us. But these lads are giving their lot, and that's all I ever ask of them. And they're amazing characters, and I'm very pleased with them.
I just want to ask you lastly, Stephen, about Cameron Stewart. I know he signed during the week. We haven't had a chance to talk to you or him yet, but obviously he's been in with you for a wee while training now, but good player to bring on, especially the calibre and pedigree that he comes with.
Yeah, no, he's only been in one night's training, and he will now get a game with our under-20s on Monday evening. So we're looking forward to getting Cameron in, getting him a full game. He trained one session. He's very well balanced off both feet, good footballer. He's 19. He's going to be 20 in a couple of months. So he's a perfect age. This is the next step up for him. He's been over there, I think, for 3.5 years, something like that. And so they think highly of him. It's important now he steps into the men's game at the big level. You're seeing Daniel 22, 23. And you're still seeing the rawness of some of the stuff that he does, and it takes a time to learn the centre half position. It's a real difficult position to play, all the tricks of the trade, but these are the players of the future, and we're delighted that he has chosen to come here, because they picked us to ask him to come here, and I think that's marvellous. So look, we're really looking forward to seeing Cameron in the next weeks ahead. He's not fully fit. Hasn't played a lot of football, but we're looking forward to seeing him.